welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you an exciting new collection from Cuticula. It's called Kingdom of Legend Part 2. Before we get started, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. That lets me know that you enjoy seeing Cuticula reviews here on my channel. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do. I upload new live swatching videos every week. Part 2 of the Kingdom of Legend collection is inspired by The Legend of Zelda, which is the maker's very favorite video game. All 6 polishes in this collection have gorgeous metallic flakes. If you haven't tried this finish from Cuticula, I highly recommend. It's one of my favorites. This collection is going to go on sale on February 25th. It is a pre-order, so you don't have to worry about stuff selling out. I'll leave all of Cuticula's information down in the description box, their site, and all their social media too. We have 6 beautiful flaky filled polishes to look at today, so let's go ahead and get into the swatches. This first shade is called Open World, and it's described as being a soft lavender holographic flake base with rose gold metallic flakes. This polish and all the polishes in this collection will retail individually for $13, or if you want to purchase the entire 6-piece set, you can for $75. Also, if you purchase $75 or more, you will get automatic free shipping. So, I was so surprised with the description for all of these polishes that they were so simple, because in the bottle it looks like there's so much going on. Between the lavender flakes, the rose gold flakes, and the holographic, it's a very shiny, complex polish and very interesting to look at. Open World was totally packed with flakes. You can see that right on the first coat, but underneath all those flakes, you can see that squishy jelly base. It quickly disappears on that second coat though. This one built up really quickly. All of these did, in fact. Some of them I thought were pretty good in 2 coats. This one personally, and it might have just been my application, I did want 3 for. I think you could get away with 2 if you're in a hurry, but 3 left this one looking perfect. These do dry down a little bit textured and flat. So I would recommend not just a glossy top coat, but also a glitter smoother. And Cuticula does sell one. It's called Quenched, and it's fantastic. So here's what Open World looks like built up in 3 coats with Quenched and a glossy top coat. In my studio lighting, you can already see how beautiful the holographic is in this. I wish I could have taken it out outside, but winter, you know what I mean? So I can't wait to wear this in the sunlight. I know it's going to blow me away if it's blowing me away this much indoors. Pictured are 3 coats of Open World with Quenched and a glossy top coat. This next one has the cutest name of the collection. It's called Bottled Fairies, and it's described as being a silver holographic flake base with metallic rose gold, green, and purple flakes. This one will also retail for $13. So I thought this one was a beautiful blend of flakes. The green with the purple with the rose gold with the silver. It's hard to place exactly which color the base is because there's just so much of every color in here. On application, this one performed very similarly to Open World. We see some of that squishy jelly base there, but lots and lots of flakies come out, no problem. Again, I was surprised by how quickly this one built up in the second coat. I think with careful application, this one could have easily been a 2-coater. I did go in for 3 because I had just a little patchiness due to application error, and of course it was fully opaque. Gosh, what a pretty blend of flakies. I love the purple with like the sea foamy green. So here's what 3 coats of Bottled Fairies looks like with Quenched and a glossy top coat. Look how smooth that beautiful finish is. I love the silver for winter time, but honestly, the holographic makes me want to wear it in the sunnier months too. Pictured are 3 coats of Bottled Fairies with Quenched and a glossy top coat. This next one's called By Its Glow, and it's described as being a smoky blue violet holographic flake base with red to black to green chrome shifting flakes. This one's going to retail for $13 as well. Gasp. This one's gorgeous. It's the only one in this collection that has those shifting flakes, and they drew me in immediately. So the flakes, you can see in bright lighting, you get black, you get red, and then in lower lighting, it says they shift to green, but I see more than that. I see green, I see copper, I see gold. They are incredibly shifty. Can't even talk. And then in bright lighting, of course, you get the holographic, and it's all contrasting beautifully against that slate blue base. It's so, so beautiful. On application, this one I felt was similar to the first couple we looked at. You can see a lot of that jelly base on the first coat, but then it built up very well on that second coat. I would recommend building all of these to 3 coats. Personally, that's probably how I'll wear them in the future, but I think if you applied thicker coats, you could get away with 2 coats for any of these, honestly. Look at all of those colors. It's so interesting. So here's what it looks like built up in 3 coats with quenched and a glossy top coat, and I am doing no justice to these flakies. In this lighting setup, you are seeing mostly the red and black shift and all of that gorgeous hollow, but in lower lighting, you can see the flaky shift to so many other colors. It is incredible. Pictured are 3 coats of By Its Glow with quenched and a glossy top coat. Up next, we have Blue Flame, which is described as being a bright blue holographic flake base with black flakes. This one's going to retail for $13 too. So another one where the description is just so simple. It's blue flakes, it's black flakes. But in the bottle here, it just looks so complex. It looks like it has a lot of depth. On the side from those flakes, you get a darker, like borderline, like navy blue, and then in bright lighting here in the center you can see like a brighter blue. Do you see it? I see it. So on application, this one was super squishy on that first coat, and you can see it has a lightly blue tinted base. I think all of these are just a little dense personally for me to be used as toppers, although it could be done. This one was fully opaque in 2 coats. That could have been my application, but I felt like this one was just a little bit more opaque than the others. I did go in for a 3 just because I wanted to. So here's what it looks like in 3 coats. Look at all that blue. Like there's got to be more than one shade of blue in here. So here's what 3 coats of Blue Flame looks like with quenched and a glossy top coat. I found this shade to be incredibly unique to my collection. I couldn't find anything with a similar base color to these flakes, and the added black flakes and the holographic flakes were just icing on the cake. Pictured are 3 coats of Blue Flame with quenched and a glossy top coat. Up next, we have 100 Years, which is described as being a chartreuse holographic flake base with green metallic flakes. This one will be $13 as well. So I thought this one was really fun. The bright, almost like limey, it's described as a chartreuse green base mixed with the more emerald sea foamy green flakes. It almost seems like there's some gold in here as well, and then we get all of that holographic. In my opinion, this one kind of stood out from the collection because the other shades are a lot dustier and more muted, and this one's very vibrant. I think it'd be gorgeous in the springtime. So on application, this one was very similar to apply as the others. I ended up getting very close to full opacity in 2 coats, but did end up going in for 3. I don't know if it was just my application, but for me, this one was one of the more sheer in the collection. Honestly, that probably is just my application. Again, I think you could build them all up in 2 coats if you set your mind to it. You can do anything if you set your mind to it. All right, so here's what it looks like built up in 3 coats. So much sparkle, lots of green. I know you green lovers are loving that. Then I added quenched and a glossy top coat, and here's the finished look. Like this reminds me of Easter grass. So fun. Pictured are 3 coats of 100 Years with quenched and a glossy top coat. So at the end of the video, I will let you know, if you had to narrow it down, which polishes from this collection I would recommend grabbing. But I'll go ahead and tell you that this one's my top pick. It's called Heart Container, and it's described as being a copper silver holographic base with black and metallic gold flakes. If there was an award for least dupeable brand, I feel like Cuticula would be on that list. Because honestly, so many of their polishes are just unlike anything I have. And when I scroll through my Instagram feed and I see someone wearing a Cuticula polish, I know it's from Cuticula before reading the description because They're so incredibly unique. This base color, it's like a coppery brick red. I have nothing like it. The gold complements it perfectly, and the black is just like a sprinkling. Oh, this polish is perfection. On application, this one applied very similarly to the others. We got to see that gorgeous, gorgeous striking coppery red base, and a lot of those flakies came out on the first coat. This one I actually felt good about in 2 coats, but to no one's surprise, I did go in for a 3rd coat. I've been doing that lately. What's up with that? But it was so, so beautiful. So I did add quenched to all of these. I just think it added an extra level of glossiness that I didn't get just with the glossy top coat, but that option is definitely optional. You don't have to add quenched, or a glitter smoother of any kind, but I just think it gave an extra pop and made those flakies even more gorgeous. So here's 3 coats of heart container with quenched and a glossy top coat. I think this color looked awesome on my skin tone. If you've got a skin tone similar to mine or not, because I think it looked beautiful on everybody, you should give it a try. Pictured are 3 coats of heart container with quenched and a glossy top coat. So that was part 2 of the Kingdom of Legend collection from Cuticula. Let me know down in the comments what you plan to grab, or are you gonna get all of them? With these collection videos, I always like to let you know my personal standouts, even though it's not like you couldn't guess from already seeing the video, but in case you were wondering, here's what I'd recommend grabbing. One of my top picks from the collection was Blue Flame. I really like the colors in here, the blue, black, silver holographic. It's just really beautiful, kind of muted and subdued, and perfect, I think, transitioning from winter to spring. Another one I would recommend is By Its Glow. The shiftiness of these flakes is beautiful. They're so shifty. I see red, orange, yellow, gold, green. Oh gosh. And then with the blue flakes, it's almost like an entire rainbow in the bottle. I love this one. And then my very favorite polish from this collection, I think, ask me tomorrow, it might be a different answer, is Heart Container. And I so was not expecting this to be my favorite. The base color is not one I usually gravitate towards, like these kind of peachy, I want to call it peach, but it's not really a peach. These kind of peachy shades just, I think, don't usually flatter my skin tone, but this one is gorgeous. It like almost has a rose gold glow to it. It's got lots of gold flakies in there, black. It is unlike anything I've seen, and I can see myself honestly wearing this polish year round. So those are my top picks. Let me know down in the comments what your favorites were. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!